Are you an empath, and how can you tell? Well, today at queenbeing.com, we're going to define empath, and we're going to talk about 10 signs to let you know if you are, in fact, an empath. So, let's get started. My name is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and we'll get going. Now, before I jump in, I just want to let you know, run over after this video, head over to my community tab right here on my channel and click through to see the poll that I have going on right now. It's all about what I'm going to start calling you. So make sure you take a look at that. All right, here we go. So just briefly, I'm going to define for you the terms empathy and empath and what they mean to you. So take a look. So what's the definition of empathy exactly? Well, it's the action of understanding, being aware of, being sensitive to, and vicariously experiencing the feelings, thoughts, and experience of another person, of either the past or the present, without having the feelings, thoughts, and experience fully communicated in an objectively explicit manner. Also, the capacity for this. Well, what's the definition of an empath then? It's a person who has the ability to understand and share in the feelings of another person. And they may also have the ability to feel the emotional currents of people around them. Okay, so are you an empath? Well, let's find out. Right now, I'm going to give you 10 qualities to check yourself against. Number 1, empaths are very sensitive people. So what does that mean? Well, they're naturally giving people. They are great listeners. They're people who are your friend for real. They're people who will be there for you. Empaths are always the nurturers. They tend to be the ethical center of their group, etc. Number 2, empaths have this way of absorbing emotion. Sometimes that can be a good thing, sometimes not so much. That's because as we're around people, we feel them. And when we feel someone, we vicariously experience the emotion. Sometimes it's a little excessive. So we have to be careful and learn how to handle it. And as an empath, you're probably told pretty often that you're either too sensitive or maybe you should toughen up a little bit, stuff like that. Number 3, as an empath, you might become a little bit introverted. You might seem introverted and not really be introverted. That's because very often you're overwhelmed by crowds. When people talk too much or get too close to you, you physically feel a little ill or stressed out. You kind of feel a buzzing feeling. You might prefer one-on-one contact, or you might just only be able to spend limited amounts of times in crowds or at parties. Number 4, empaths are so intuitive. Sometimes they just know things, right? Sometimes an empath just senses something about you, even before they really know for sure what they're talking about. When an empath is healthy, they can use this part of themselves to get into healthy relationships and stay away from those energy vampire types. Number 5, empaths need to be alone for a little bit of time each day. I know personally I need at least an hour, and my family is well aware of it. That's because when we're around people too much, we tend to get a little bit of an emotional overload, and we really just need that time to recharge our batteries and kind of replenish our energy, so to speak. Number 6, if we do manage to get involved with a healthy relationship, we very often find ourselves feeling overwhelmed, sort of overtaken by the relationship. So we have to be really careful not to run away from someone who's worth our time because they want too much of our time. Number 7, empaths are very often, unfortunately, attractive to energy vampires or people who just sort of want to take from them. The unfortunate thing is that as an empath, you're probably also attracted to people who sort of want to take from you because of the fact that you are by nature such a giver, such a nurturer. And because very often in your life, you might have found yourself able to help people. And so when you find someone broken, like an energy vampire tends to be, often that's a narcissist, then you also find yourself wanting to help that person get better. So we often end up in very unhealthy relationships as a result of that, which is really kind of how this whole channel became a thing. And since narcissists have this way of making us feel like we're worthless and unlovable, we have a higher risk of actually embracing that and becoming, in our own minds, worthless and unlovable. None of that is true, but it sort of happens to us, especially when we are in love with that person. So in order to stay away from unhealthy relationships, we have to learn the signs and learn how to sort of shield ourselves from narcissists and other energy vampires. Number 8, nature soothes the soul of an empath. You can almost count on the fact that if you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out, you might want to just run outside for a little while, go for a swim in a lake or pond, or go for a walk, or just go outside and sit on the ground and breathe, or even just step out on your front porch and take a deep breath of fresh air. Sometimes that's enough. So empaths find peace, solace, and even regeneration of energy in nature. Number 9, people often think that empaths are a little oversensitive about certain things, such as excessive noise, too many smells around them, or even too many people talking at once, or one person talking too much. Anything like that sound familiar to you? I know it does for me. Finally, number 10, empaths have big hearts. They love hard and they love for real. On the flip side, they sometimes give too much. So very often empaths find themselves feeling exhausted emotionally, physically, and otherwise by their efforts to give to the people that they love and care about. Sometimes they give so much that they themselves end up completely depleted of energy and everything. You might find yourself feeling more upset when you come across something stressful, or more affected by something in the news than other people, or even, if you drive by a homeless person on the side of the road, you might be the person to stop and give them some money, or the person to at least feel something really strongly about that. But it's not like we just feel bad about it. We actually sort of take on the emotions of those people. So that's why we usually want to do whatever we can to soothe emotion. That's why empaths are so attractive to narcissists and other types of energy vampires, because we want to soothe the emotions. So when a narcissist tests us at the beginning of a relationship, they check to see, how does that person respond to my extreme emotion? And when you respond in a way that lets them know that you want to help them, you want to soothe that emotion, they're hooked. And so are you very often, because we get satisfaction from helping people and making people feel better. So this brings me to the question of the day. And the question of the day is, are you an empath based on what I told you today? Did you already know that you were an empath, or is this news to you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And let me know also, are you interested in hearing more about being an empath and how to use your empath gifts for your own benefit, as well as the benefit of others, as well as how to sort of shield yourself from the feelings of other people when you need to? If so, hit the like button and let me know in the comment section below. All right, that's all I've got for you right now. As always, thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. And hey, thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. Make sure you check out the videos in the links above and in the description below for more information about being an empath. I'll see you soon. It's my mission to teach others what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want. Take care of your body, take care of your soul, nurture the real you, and introduce him or her to the world. Be comfortable in your own skin and in your place in this world. Take your spot, take it now, and the universe will take its cue from you. You feel me? If so, subscribe to my channel. Let's get it done together.